I am a avid country music fan. I lived in Nashville, Tennessee for 3 years. Showed up there not knowing anything about country music and left there as a country music buff, and I would say probably 90% of my iTunes songs are all country music. I would say the principle that has really defined me over the years is be consistent, set the expectations, help provide the team with an agenda, and follow that path religiously, but recognize that at times you're going to need to go a little bit left or a little bit right to still get to your end goal. And that's something that I've always believed in. I've been taught that. I've used that in practice, that if people know what the end goal is and you've set the agenda and you have a clear path and you're able to be nimble with that path, you'll succeed. I think a few things have really surfaced in my career that I try to share with other people. And I think one of the first ones, it starts with your organization and your culture. That successful companies start with people. You build a culture that challenges people, creates passion, creates loyalty, teamwork, where everybody wants to succeed together. Organizations can win. So that's always one thing that I've tried to lead with and make sure was an important insight and part of what I do. I think a second thing is somebody once told me, trust your instincts and be decisive. And there's nothing that can affect an organization more negatively sometimes than indecision from leadership. So I've always been someone that gathers the information and the facts that I'm able to gather, trust my instincts and the instincts of my team and organization along the way, and then be decisive about what to do next. Well, if I didn't have to worry about working, I think I'd spend a quarter of my day with my family, a quarter of my day sleeping, a quarter of my day on my bicycle, and a quarter of my day sitting on my boat on Cape Cod. I think one of the best pieces of advice I ever received was right at the very beginning of my career with Procter & Gamble, and I was in sales management, and we were calling on a major customer in the Philadelphia market and had a very aggressive agenda of what we were trying to sell. And the buyer loved our plan, bought into it, and I walked out of the meeting thinking I had done an incredible job. I was working with my district manager. He's going to be thrilled. And he said, nice job, but I think we sold ourselves short. He said, you could have asked more aggressively for what you were looking for. We could have set that bar a little bit higher because we had a very compelling story. So the lesson I learned walking out of that meeting at 23 years old was don't be afraid to set the bar really high and work towards achieving that goal.